Hello. Quick demo of AI Test Copilot for Zephyr. We have a requirement work item in Jira, and if we want to create easily one functional test case, simply clicking a button and AI bot is launched, and as it gets back, it gives us the most important or trivial test case for this occasion. And I can verify the parent item that we see that there is now NFC reader requirement where original customer requirement and description as well as the summary are used for source to generate the test case. I can generate more test cases. Let's generate another functional test case, and tool takes into account all the existing test cases, so it won't create overlapping test cases. So now these two complement each other. And if I'm not happy what I have here, I can go and AI improve one of the test case on the fly. But if we are happy with these, then we can push them to Zephyr, and we can also control which folder to use for this operation. And now tool sends the test cases that we had in the editor into Zephyr, and once it's ready, it shows them in the parent item as linked in test cases, exactly like if you did them manually using the Zephyr's own features. And additionally, we have a feature called AI editor, and what that does, that reads all the existing test cases and analyze whether they are good enough to cover the needed level of testing coverage. And you can change the analysis level. So if we did by default the forgiving analysis, let's run the strict analysis now and see if they are still valid for this occasion. I'll show another item where I have a situation that we originally had this item for fingerprint scanning, and now the requirement has changed for palm print scanning. And if we run now the AI editor, it finds, once entering the coverage analysis, that these two test cases are misaligned. So it tells me that test case is written for test case is written for fingerprint authentication, whilst the actual parent item where we relate is for the palm. And now if we want to go and fix this, we can use the AI improve feature, take the analysis result and run AI improvement for this test case. And if we look at the result, then we get updated test case with the correct content. And once we are happy with that, we can save that and go and edit and fix another one. We also got initially the gap analysis, which is also handy if you are really doing different type of test cases. But in this case, we now should rerun the analysis as the gap was analyzed for these incorrect test cases. Still no gaps this time, but we find out that the other one is still missing. All right, and then there is also a couple of other features. Let's start by looking at the project level settings, and this is something that project admin can go and configure. So let's assume the team using the Jira project or space, as we call them today, have agreed that okay, we do only functional testing and negative test cases. So then team lead can, or the project admin can go and modify the list so that only the relevant test types are in the list. You can also create new test types if you want to do something special on your project. Also, default language can be set for all. An interesting new feature is that you can give a context for the project so that we can tell that what is these particular details that we want to tell AI in every test case generation and analysis, and that's what you can give here, as well as selecting the additional test fields that we use for analysis, so on top of summary and description. Furthermore, so in global Jira admin level, we can configure few things. First of all, you can select the AI model, and just by the recent updates, we have 5.4, 5.3 codex, and then a couple of legacy models. And you can also set up company API key for OpenAI API subscription or use Azure OpenAI subscription. In Azure mode, you need to match the AI model for deployed model. But you are always free to use the free key. Then you are on the Celeris subscription. Still, your data is not used for model training or anything out of control. Last feature to show is bulk modify. Let's select a couple of items and look at the work items in list view. And in this view, you can go and find bulk test case creation feature that opens all test cases on the list. And with the free key, like I'm now using, I can generate test cases for up to 5 items, but with the company key, it's unlimited. So you can literally create 100 test cases in a one go if you really want. And in this case, I can again select type of the test cases, and now list is like global because it can contain items from multiple projects. So anyway, these are the very often used test cases, and I can also tell that how many steps I preferably want. So I want to now create, instead of auto, let the AI decide, I go for maximum 5 steps and hit create. And now AI tool start to run and generate test cases item by item, and you can follow the progress here. And once everything is complete, we can anyway always go back and see how the items are created. Also, this feature takes into account the existing test cases, so we are not getting overlapping test cases either here. Thanks a lot. This was all features in the new release of the AI Test Copilot for Zephyr.